just right here, we're back to a new Phineas and Ferb episode review, and if you missed the last one, go and check it out. And we have made it to the end of Season 3. This is the last episode of Season 3. And it is another two-parter, and another good one as well. And a good way to end the third season as well. It's just crazy to think that we're almost to Season 4, though. Right? Almost to Season 4. Which, there are a lot of good episodes in Season 4 I can't wait to get to. That I really do enjoy. But, like I said, we have made it to the end of the third season. So, it starts with Candace just seeing what Phineas and Ferb are doing with the ruckus. And, yeah, they're just playing table ping pong, whatever. And, yeah, Perry is just flying and Monogram is telling him to go into Doofenshmirtz. And, yeah, we see them just in the dark, just by themselves. And, yeah, we see this interesting thing that they have, this game show-like thing, where they're going through different memories. And, of course, the first memory is Doofenshmirtz's birth. Which, again, none of his parents sewed up during his birth. That is one of the biggest mysteries, though. Like, for real. When it comes to Doofenshmirtz, though. Like, none of his parents sewed up at his birth. His mom and dad did not sew up. Like, how does that work? How does... Especially... Again... It's just very wondering, though. One of the biggest things that I just wonder when it comes to Doofenshmirtz, like... Yeah, both of his parents not showing up at his own birth. I'll always question that. And, yeah, we see one of the doctors, and he just comes out and smacks Doofenshmirtz. And his own mother comes and smacks him as well. And then we see again, seeing different flashbacks from past episodes that we've seen as well. And, yeah, the whole garden gnome, and Doofenshmirtz having to be a garden gnome. And we see this monitor that they're trying to get it to. And, yeah, we see the time when Doofenshmirtz was trying to show that he wasn't a schnitzel, because his dad was thinking that, you know, his dad not really being a good father. And, yeah, seeing that, yeah, I could see him, why he would be scared. And, of course, everybody laughing about Doofenshmirtz, and Doofenshmirtz's dad saying that he has no son as well at that time. Which, again, not only that Doofenshmirtz's birth is, like, very questionable about his both parents not showing up during his birth, but also how he wasn't really raised really well, I can just say. Both of his parents really did not... It's like they didn't even notice him. You know what I'm actually thinking about? Doofenshmirtz's parents are sort of like Helga's parents on Hey Arnold. Right? I can just say that. Now that I think about it, Doofenshmirtz's parents and Helga's parents are both very similar. Because, you know, with Helga's parents, her parents don't really, most of the time, don't even realize that she's there. You know, because they're all about Olga, right? Helga's older sister that they're always excited about and really don't even pay attention to Helga. And the same thing is with Doofenshmirtz's parents when it comes to Doofenshmirtz's brother Roger. How they loved Roger more than Doofenshmirtz. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because, again, now that I think about it, those two parents on Hey Arnold and on Here are very similar when it comes to the kids and their situation. How they were both raised in a very, very bad, or raised by very bad parents, I can just say. I mean, especially Big Bob, right, on Hey Arnold. I really dislike Big Bob. He's probably my least favorite character of Hey Arnold, just because of how, all he cares is about is his beepers and stuff. And again, I don't even care about Helga most of the time. Just about selling his beeper empires and stuff and expanding. And again, Helga's mom is normally always depressed, that we say as well. And again, like I said, I went through this whole referencing kind of thing long enough. Y'all kind of get the idea. And yeah, even Doofenshmirtz's dad even shows up as well. And, yep, speaking of Roger then shows up. And, yep, we get another flashback of the time when they were expecting a girl because of Doofenshmirtz's mom making all these girl clothes. But when they realized with Roger being a boy that Doofenshmirtz had to wear those girl dresses and being humiliated as well. And when he went and actually won a teddy bear for his mom, and she gave the bear to Roger, which he wrote his name on it, even on their own mom, claiming that Roger owns the bear and their mom as well. And, yep, once again, we get the whole kickball as well. How Doofenshmirtz was not good at kickball and Roger was. Again, just pretty much, showing more misery to Doofenshmirtz's childhood. And how Roger was seemingly better than Doofenshmirtz. And, yeah, Doofenshmirtz having the whole birthday party by himself at that weird, Chuck E. Cheese, aka Five Nights at Freddy kind of place. Chuck E. Cheese, at least back then, I do remember when I was, younger and stuff, when they still had the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese. I always give the Five Nights at Freddy vibes after that. Which, again, I did like the movie. I did like the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I am excited about the sequel that is coming out as well. I am excited about the sequel that is releasing, I think it's next year. But again, whenever I think of a pizza parlor in general, it makes me think of that movie as well, in particular. And the time when we saw that bully that kept, with the black boots, that kept kicking Doofenshmirtz in the sand, no matter, even if there's not sand. And even at the beach, when, of course, he was actually expecting to be kicked in the face by sand, and sand drops on top of him. And then we get the flashback with Baloney as well, when he got Baloney, and when he was very smelly, and everybody didn't want to go around him. And, yeah, the whole story of him being raised by ocelots as well. And being used as the ball at the dunking booth, and getting Baloney, and the day when he lost Baloney as well. Which we see Baloney, but, yeah, he popped. But Norm says that's not the real Baloney. The real Baloney popped weeks ago. And then we get the Inator with the whole baking soda volcano. With Doofenshmirtz sewing an Inator, losing to a baking soda volcano. Doing another Inator, losing to another baking soda volcano. Even doing poetry, and even still losing to a baking soda volcano. And Perry ends up seeing the Inator, which is a flashback Inator, which Doofenshmirtz is gonna, which the whole monitor, with that we saw with the garden gnome going up on the chart. Once it goes off of it, Doofenshmirtz will have a lot of energy to be unstoppable, to take over the tri-state area. And yeah, we just see this ocelot, the mom ocelot, just attacking Doofenshmirtz. And yeah, Candace is still watching Phineas and Ferb, just waiting for something to happen. And yeah, the garden gnome is almost to the edge, and Vanessa comes, which Doofenshmirtz then remembers good times. And again, we get the flashback, or the music, or the song from the episode where Doofenshmirtz gave Vanessa that doll, right? And she actually liked it, right? You know, that whole "You're Not So Bad" song we get. And yeah, the garden gnome starts going back down. And yeah, we didn't see when he went to get to the store but got taken on a pirate ship and got put to work, and that's how he ended up in America. And then we get the whole trending video of him roller skating in his underwear and ending up in the toilet as well, which apparently they show a remix as well. And yeah, we see the flashback of the time when Doofenshmirtz was dating Phineas and Ferb and Candace's mom at the time. You know, at that drive-in movie theater. And the whole Brockwurst as well, when he was doing Brockwurst. And Doofenshmirtz's love life, relationship life, which, yeah, of course, it ended very badly for him all the time. And we even see his ex-wife as well, bringing in a check for Doofenshmirtz. And then we see a montage of failed innators, and most of them blowing up as well. A lot of them disappearing, and a lot of them blowing up as well. A lot of failed innators that Doofenshmirtz had in the past. And yeah, the gnome is up on the top, and Perry attacks Doofenshmirtz, but he actually thanks Perry, because that actually gave him what he needed. And yeah, the gnome just falls straight onto this girl's foot. Like, that has to hurt. And yeah, he starts to grow and turns into this monster, like. And Perry showing pictures of them together. And then we see the montage of, you know, them being really good friends and having good times as well. And that makes Doofenshmirtz start unmutating into his normal self. And yeah, of course he gets defeated, and yeah, Candace gives up. And after Phineas and Ferb hit it so many times, it starts glowing and starting to suck everything, even the whole background, and Candace is wondering where everybody is. Yeah, she's just in a plain white background. But yeah, again, a really good way to end the third season. And before we start season 4, I will be re-reviewing the Phineas and Ferb movie Across the Second Dimension as well. Before we start season 4, I am going to go ahead and watch the Second Dimension movie before we begin season 4. Because I know the movie, you know, Across the Second Dimension does take place in close to this time, really. So, yeah, I am going to be re-reviewing the movie, and then before we start season 4. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for the movie, re-reviewing of the movie, which I haven't seen it in quite a while either. So, I'm actually excited to see it as well, which I do kind of prefer Across the Second Dimension over Candace Against the Universe, if I have to say both movies. But again, I'll save that for when we do the movie review. Yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think.